It keeps history alive. It makes it real. You can read things in a book and have no idea. We try to bring it out so you can experience the actual thing. We're not trying to glorify war. We're trying to keep history alive. In 1967, after graduating high school, I enlisted in the United States Army and was immediately sent to Vietnam. The recruiter told me I wouldn't have to go there if I enlisted. Well, it didn't work out that way. So after 57 days there as a combat engineer, I was wounded by a sniper fire and had seen quite a bit of action just in the short time I was there. Spent 2 months in the hospital recovering. And when I got out, things had changed in my life. The way they treated us when we returned was very hard to take. I was having a lot of issues with my wound and with PTSD. It took a long time to deal with these things. And I got married. I lived a good life. I've lived a good life, but things have been tough. And started going to Civil War reenactments with our kids when they were quite young. And it looked like something that I could be interested in. And I met a unit that was recruiting. I tried it and I was hooked. It was like going into another world. I could put all my feelings and problems aside and live someone else's life. I'm working with a group of veterans right now in a PTSD class, and I'm trying to recruit some of them into doing. They're very interested in what I do and how it's helped me, and that's what I'd like to continue doing in the hobbies. Help other veterans deal with their problems through doing something like this.
It's not about Abraham Lincoln that I'm interested. It's not about Robert E. Lee. Who are they? What did they love? What did they hate? Did they think this was going to be a big adventure? Had they ever been more than 20 miles from their home ever? Did they run off with their brother and their friends because somebody would laugh at them and they did and they all thought it would be terribly exciting? These were all Americans on both sides. It's about you, me, and everyone else who lives here. It's not about great dates and important people. It's about everyone.
We retell the histories that's not being told. In my opinion, today, history of Civil War, particularly African American history of Civil War, is not being told. The education of it is some of it is being actually omitted out of our history books. They say the Civil War wasn't fought over slavery. Well, it was fought over states' rights. This is what they say. Well, states' rights are what? For slavery, to continue their way of life, which was slavery and cotton and all those other things. So reenacting for us is a way to help educate future African American children and generations, and just people in general. People actually did this, they actually gave their life up so that I'm able to do this today. And that to me is the ultimate sacrifice when one gives his life up. Men that were free volunteered to fight for a union or country that particularly didn't like them, who decided that this is more important for us to give up the freedom we have so that the mass majority of people can be free. I get pride out in knowing that there's people who paid the ultimate sacrifice and they should be remembered. They all should be remembered.
Many pleasures and and palaces, though we may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. A charm from the skies seems to hallow us there. We see through the world is never met with elsewhere. Home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home, boys. There's no place like home. Be it ever so humble, there's no